let's dive deeper into health, relationships, and finances. These are the big three, and one of these things is typically the area that people find the most challenging and also the most fulfilling. Let's start with health. So with health, first thing to know is that our natural state is health, and that will always be the case. That goes for all of us. There are no exceptions to any of us. Our natural state is health. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, every second that we're alive, we have billions of new cells that are being created by our body and billions of cells that are dying off during the course of a day. The biggest thing that decides what those billions of cells per second are doing for our body as far as being our natural state of health or being in that state of disease, which what does disease mean? Lack of ease. The biggest deciding factor when it comes to what these billions of cells per second are going to be doing for our body is where we are in that green zone. Are we in love, joy, peace, happiness, harmony? Are we there to where those 2 billion cells can perform the way that they're designed to perform? Or are we in fear, doubt, worry, stress, anxiety, frustration, where in those scenarios, that's that disease, that lack of ease? So not so much of a big deal if we are out of the green zone for a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes or even a couple of hours or even a couple of days. However, you stay out of the green zone for a week, you stay out of the green zone for a couple of weeks, you stay out of the green zone for a couple of months, living your 95% there, you're going to constantly see also physical manifestations in the forms of those that you don't want health-wise. So you may start to see some symptoms, you may get sick, you may start to see it get worse and worse. You may have the story right now that I'm always sick or I always have something going on or it's flu season or all these things. Well, if that's the story that you tell, like we already talked about in the stories, that'll be the manifestation, that'll be the experience that you keep having. Or you can tell the story, I'm always well, I'm always healthy, my natural state is health. Moment by moment, I'm getting better and better and better. I'm returning to my natural state of health. If you ever start to feel any type of symptoms, just remind yourself of this fact, that our natural state is health, and know that you're not going to go, just like you're not going to go from powerless or depressed up to joy and bliss all in 1 second. You're also not going to go from feeling sick or feeling unhealthy or having some type of manifestation, whether it be a disease or whatever it is. You're also not going to go from that to healthy in a split second either. It's possible, however, more than likely, you're going to need to go up progressively. And so it's good to know that every second that we're alive, we have billions and billions of cells being created. By the end of this one day that you're living right now today, you would have had several trillion new cells that have been created. And these cells can be those wellness cells that their natural state are if you become aware that every moment, moment by moment, depending on if you choose to be in the green zone or not, that will determine what those 2 billion cells are going to be. They're going to be wellness or they're going to be non-wellness. They're going to be health, they're going to be disease. It's really that simple. And so you can know that moment by moment, you can return to that natural state. You could be feeling miserable right now watching this video, which I doubt that that's how you are, because you've been attracted to this information, which tells me that you've been in the powerful asking state and also in the energy vibration to receive this answer. And so this may just be one of the answers that you're receiving. Most likely is. You'll most likely receive answers from so many different places in unexpected ways that'll surprise and delight you, and always in perfect timing. But the fact that you're watching this information right now tells me that first thing that you can have today, starting right now, is the awareness of where I am in the green zone, knowing that moment by moment, my body is producing these cells, and I'm deciding that I'm going to be in the moment, in this moment, in the green zone. And so these several billion cells are going to be healthy cells. And then in this moment, I'm going to be in the green zone. And so these several billion cells are going to be healthy cells, and so on and so forth, until by the end of this day, you can feel 1,000,000 times better than you felt at the start of this day. And tomorrow you can feel even better than today, and so on and so forth. Next week, next month, next year, to where our bodies are unlimited. We're infinite in all areas of life, and health is no exception. So we can have whatever that optimal state of health is starting now, and we can move in that direction, not having to know how, what, when, where, what it's going to look like, who it's going to be, who's going to give us the information, where it's going to come from. All those details are irrelevant, as we've already learned. All we have to have is the desire for our healthy state that we see in our mind, that we experience because of all the states of health that maybe we did not like. Maybe the times when we were unhealthy showed us a clear picture that what we really want is health. And all we have to do is, just like everything else, focus on that healthy state and that green zone energy, not needing to know all the details and allowing the information and the inspiration to come and start living our lives that way. There's no special diet. There's no anything that we all have to do in order to live a certain way. If you're inspired, if you're excited to eat certain foods, then your body, the cells of your body know how to use those foods to your benefit. So if you're inspired to go on a certain diet and you're excited about it and you see this as a way for you to have that optimal state of health that you want, fantastic, go with it, be excited about it. As long as you're excited about it, that diet will work for you. But if you're just doing it because you're trying to make your health happen, you're trying to force it, you're trying to say, well, this is the way to do it because, you know, this person said this and this person said this, that may not be what is exciting for you. That may not be what is in the flow for you. So it's not about any specific diet. It's not about any specific action steps. It's about you having a desire for whatever that optimal state of health is for you, and not needing to know the details of what it's going to look like. And when the details start to come, because you're in that green zone energy and you're receiving information from who knows all the infinite different places that it can come from, you being so excited about it, knowing that this is the next step of my journey and I'm excited to see this through. And then there'll be another step, and then there'll be another step, and before you know it, you'll look around and you'll be like, wow, this is the ideal state of health that I thought about back when I first launched the desire. And now look how I'm living. And now, you know what? I want to push it even further. I want to push it even further. I want to push it even further. And that's how we can live all the days of our life here when it comes to our health. Our natural state is health. We're unlimited. I'm so excited for all of us to realize our most abundant state of health, our most exciting state of health, our most exciting to us state of health, that we can go out there and live and be an example for everybody that is in our lives, so that they can go out there and also create that state for them. Everything is working out for us. Everything always will. We're abundant, we're unlimited, we're infinite, we're eternal. Let's go.